so cute. I love frozen York peppermint patties. It makes them so chewy. Looking back at reactivity, historic reactivity, it's getting more and more to the nubs, um, which is more and more humbling. So there was like a common denominator, the kind of better work of like looking at what didn't people do that I wanted them to do. And initially there was like the first kind of hit of discomfort was in they didn't um I don't know the next word exactly, but they didn't treat me or they didn't see me or they didn't decide I was or something. And then the end of the sentence is special or most special or and that had some oomph to it. But then when it was turned around, that's where it really, where they were not special. They were not what I wanted them to be. They were not perfect. They were not entertaining. They were not as expected as, yeah, they were not. It's something close to entertaining. They were not interesting. They were not, and it is, and it can, that entertaining or interesting can encompass like finding me a fucking delight, most important thing, whatever. But that's just it's just a component part. It's not the most important part. I don't think. I think it's that they stimulate me, that were not stimulating me in the way that, like, they did not bring me pleasure. That's what it is. They did not bring me pleasure. And then the ways of bringing pleasure are varied. They did not um, constantly, constantly, perfectly bring me pleasure. And that's it. That's it with everybody on a human level, like ego level. That is even to be in relationship, really, so that people bring me pleasure. And then looking at like what what makes it seem intolerable when someone is not bringing me pleasure? Because it really does seem like a problem or not okay. It's like I'm having like I'm salivating and I'm having weird sensations in the jaw, like tasting a new flavor. Which mentally made me think of something that I'm not gonna like say that's related to taste and abuse. Go back to it. I can feel the resistance. It's like mental, like pulling balloons that have a ton of helium or they're huge or something back down. Like this, I can feel like the way that we don't necessarily look at these things unless we absolutely have to. And then sometimes not even then, we find ways out. So like that everything's kind of fine right now, and that this is being moved toward is like the body mind is like, what the fuck? Just let's like look outside. It's a sunny day. It's like, no, no. So I'm thinking of people, I'm thinking of my mom, I'm thinking of my ex, multiple exes, I'm thinking of friends. There's so much saliva, so much swallowing. Okay. Yeah, it's really, the thoughts are even like trying to find something like adjacent, tricky enough that it's not it, but it seems like it is. It's really amazing, but not the direct experience. Okay. So just the situations that where there's been the most reactivity. Yeah, and it's like be what I want you to be. That's what the react that's like the be what I want you to be. Pleasure me. Bring me pleasure. And then what is it? Like what when they don't, how is it that that's not okay? How is it that it's not okay to be stimulated? entertained. Yeah, and then like a deepening in the other direction of not bringing other people pleasure, or even my cats, not bringing my cats pleasure, not bringing other beings pleasure, and like the shame and guilt. What makes that not okay? Not seemingly not tolerable. Yeah, it's like a temper tantrum inside. It feels like temper tantrum. Right now, I'm just bringing up and bringing up and bringing up like this projection or this like being a bad cat mom. Maybe came home, the cats went into the kitchen. I gave them a couple treats, and Bento went back and just laid down in the chair. And like she's younger, and there's like a sense. I don't have it as much with Pampers, but I have with Bento about like not stimulating her or like entertaining her, getting her exercise, and like person projecting onto her that like these person qualities of depression, disappointment, loneliness. Fascinating. And then back to myself. Times of no friends or friends just not showing up or nothing going on. And nothing being stimulating, nothing being of interest. Like this was more teen years, just in the room, just I'm back, back, I'm back. So the two that I was going with were like last weekend in Olympia. Like the moments, the times, the periods of time, like I think if the this had been sleep if I had been sleeping upstairs where there was like sunshine, some privacy, it's hard to say, you know what? Probably not. But there was like, Airbnbs are like there are these ideas. I've had this about like houses in general. Like even if they're so fucking fancy, it's there's nothing, they're empty. They're empty. Like you could sit in a house. The house doesn't give like it's shelter, but beyond that it's not so much yeah. So Airbnb, like it's just a container for sleeping, maybe eating, bathing, pooping. So we're in this container. The container doesn't entertain. And in these in-between times, already eaten, time before next eating, already had activity. There's nothing to do. And it's similar. There's this little bit of difference in again, like potential hiding that doesn't happen when you're alone. So that might be an added flavor. But the like even here alone, and there used to be things done to entertain. There's still a little bit. There's still stuff, little, but there's so little left. There used to be more doing things done. So we're there, and it's like waiting and maybe irritable. And I feel it right now a bit. What makes this not okay? It's the nub, the belief, the feeling it. Again, those like teenage years. Or it's been the case like times with a partner, especially having, known each other like a year or more. And like almost like looking to that person to entertain or to come up with an idea to entertain. But all those things have been done, or there's not much to do, or like, okay, these two bodies could go sit in another place, or they could sit here. Somehow sitting here feels worse. How does it feel worse? What makes that worse? What makes it like there's something that has to happen? What makes it not okay? It really doesn't feel okay sometimes. And yeah, it's like, it's gotta be in thought, it's a belief in thought, something. Because, like, if there was, like, say that there was a plan for like an hour from now, some big plans, then sitting here would be probably delightful. Some like alone time, some relaxing before a big activity, a social engagement or something. I might nap or just sit. There's no plans for the rest of the evening. Mm. I just gotta, it's like a neutral and then a wave of unpleasant, very unpleasant in the genitals. Like sensation in the genitals is just sensation, and then something like not okayness, not it pass. There are moments now because there's been a history in this body of so much reactivity to people with borderline traits. And then like encountering aspects here that like, oh, that might be what that is. Like the version there is just kind of unseen or unleashed or amplified or whatever, unrestricted, really put out in the world, where here it might have been repressed. And right now there was just a little bit more of that, like it feels like it would be pretty close, like somebody like basically really upset that I'm not being what they expect me and want me to be. I'm not being the thing that would bring them pleasure. and going on the attack, really hating it. And right now it's like, yeah, totally, totally, really annoying, really not pleasant. It's really, it's so annoying that other people aren't don't bring us pleasure, bring us displeasure. It's super annoying. But it is. It's so annoying. It's so annoying that other people are bringing us pleasure all the time. Uh-oh, is your eye doing weird stuff again? Yeah, so people be like around when we don't want them around. They won't be around when we do want them around. They won't be around in the way we want them to be around. It's so annoying. And that annoyance, that discomfort. And then also like not wanting to be on someone's beck and call, like if someone's beck like the the source, the not wanting to be tapped as someone's entertainment. Like listen to my anything I want to say, listen to anything, be interested in anything I want to talk about. And like the repulsion of that. God, it's so crazy. So crazy. It's amazing we still exist. That we haven't just like completely annihilated each other. We're so annoyed and dissatisfied with each other. Just like all the time. Yeah, and it is like I don't want to feel. I don't want to feel what I'm feeling. I don't want to feel what is it? I'll probably do a lot of things. Yeah, it is a particular feeling. You know, I have it here sometimes. I had it at the Airbnb. I had it as a teenager, alone in my room. I don't want to feel more than just boredom. That is a piece of it, that word. It is unpleasant. What makes it a problem? I can feel it right now. It's like an asymmetrical stripe. There's like modern art where there'll be stripes, some are thick, some are thin. It's like this asymmetrical thick stripe. What is it? What makes it not okay? Makes it something to move away from. Like a stripe in time, a swath of times, swatch of time. Not meaninglessness. It's not hopelessness. A little less accurate, that word. What makes it something to move away from? What makes it something to move away from? There's like tiredness, there's like weird throat, neck stuff. I'm just staying with that. I'm the tiredness. Since it's here, having it, what feels like almost the exact opposite experience, like almost like like with photos or pictures where there's forget the word, the prints, and then the original it's the opposite, the negative. What is that like need for stimulation, for entertainment, for novelty, for special, for something else? The tiredness is really resistance to this. What is that? What makes tiredness not okay? That's stronger. I don't know what this is. If any of it. Tiredness is a problem. The tiredness, something has to be done about, like sleeping or getting up. Just like all the lengths we go through, like when we see on TV, like politicians, the games, the trying to get something and not being totally upfront. What is that hiding? What does that need to hide? What makes it not okay? Makes it not okay to be how it is fully. Even going to like, what are other people? What is this? What are other people? What is that feeling I mean to hide? What, what feel, makes that seem true? No, it's even here. Now there's definitely talking with having no idea what's going to be said or what a talker is or anything, but it happens here. Like, don't say names or don't say stories, don't say certain stories, don't express certain feelings about certain names in certain stories. Like, what's off limits? And even on the other side, like not wanting to hear, not wanting to hear certain feelings or thoughts about this name, stories about this person, not wanting to feel certain feelings, not wanting to elicit certain emotions or um, break rules or cross boundaries or have regrets later or hurt feelings or and it's not neutral. It's not like that. Though that can happen from a equanimous place just because they'll like kind of why not? But it's not, it's like not freed up. And I don't know, like, can it get freed up without it like happening, like being messy? Like, is it just feeling into like what is it that hides? It feels it needs to hide. What is who is hiding? What is hiding? What is that? It really feels true. And it's even in spiritual communities, even people I respect. They're like, and not like generally, like it could be expressed one-on-one with somebody, like not, I mean, this, like basically what could happen is that this can keep being recorded. So maybe that's what'll happen and it won't ever be published or shared. So it can, so the words and the names can be said. But still, that's like, what is that as human beings? What is that? Because it's experienced in both directions. Despite it being obvious that it's not about anybody, it still like doesn't want to be experienced taking things personally or being contributing to other people taking things personally. It's lessened, but it's still there. Like even it's in both directions. So like even like, okay, so what is the inhibition that feels so true? And also what is it that feels so true that it needs to be solved. There needs to be like a release from inhibition or that something needs to be done about this, like kind of seeming tension. Does something need to be done about the tension? Or is the tension just tension? Tension might just be tension.